for SimCity 5. But I think and it tells you on there how many hours you've played. I've wasted 306 hours playing that game. That's just the new version. And it came out like in, I don't know, March or something. I can't remember. Maybe it was June. So since that time, I've wasted 306 hours playing that game. And I think about, like, oh yeah, Zeus and Pharaoh. I used to play both those games. Those are fun games. Zeus and Pharaoh. Yeah, those are sort of like Civilization, but they're more like SimCity. I mean, the way that they're kind of they're more like Civilization looking, but they're very SimCity-esque, the way what you do and stuff. And like the Pharaoh, you build the what was it called? The bazaar, not the bazaar. Well, there was a bazaar, and then there was something else, another name for it. I can't remember the name for it because I'm high right now. I'm in a coma on candy. But anyway, yes, those are fun games. I love city building games too. They're fun. Have you ever played SimCity before, David? Just curious. If you haven't played SimCity, you need to buy it and play it. Yeah, the bazaar, the granary, yeah. Exactly. But anyway, it's an amazing game, and I've loved it since the first one came out. I also used to play The Sims a lot, like The Sims, just the regular Sims, and I used to play that game all the time because you could build houses and stuff like that, you know. Oh no! You can't play the one. No, David, you can't play SimCity on that. You need to play the real game. SimCity on your computer, okay? That's a completely different game than when you're playing on your iPod Touch. It's much more advanced. It's much more fun. It makes more sense, and your decisions actually have consequences in a real way. The ones on the iPod and stuff, and the ones like on Facebook and stuff, that's not the real SimCity game, okay? Not the real SimCity. So you really should buy it. Seriously, I promise you would love it. If you like city building games, that's the ultimate. But yeah, The Sims 3 is cool. I played that game. Sims 4 is coming out this time next year. I don't know why they're waiting so long to release it. But it's supposed to have better graphics and I don't know, some other crap. But I usually buy the Sims games and I get tired of playing them after about a month. I get bored with them. But the good thing about it is they did make it where you can get married like a few games ago to somebody of the same sex and stuff like that. You can have pets and things like that. So it's a fun game. I love it. But I haven't played it in a while. But I try not to get addicted to them and playing them anymore because I have so much to do that once I start wasting time on it, then I get behind and I procrastinate or whatever. So I try my hardest not to do that. But, you know, I'm just human, just like everybody else. David said he makes all of his Sims 3 characters gay and used. That's funny. I've never made them all gay. I don't, because I like to make them like have kids and stuff. My most fun thing to do in The Sims though is to play like a poor family. Like get it like a trailer, right? You build a trailer and you don't use any cheats or anything, and they start you off with $20,000 with each family, right? And so you build a trailer and you get all the necessities, basic necessities, whatever. But you have like one bathroom and one bedroom and a living room. And then you have like a family of like 8 or 7 or whatever living in it. That's the most fun way to play it because they all go nuts living there together and like I'm the filth and stuff. And I make them all lazy and not take any trash out. And they don't want to cook. They don't clean up after themselves. It's so much fun. It's like white trash, you know. It's like white trash. It's just fun. It's so much fun. And the other end of the spectrum is building huge mansions and using the cheat codes or whatever, building huge mansions and like having big families and their nice cars and their nice stuff. And I don't know. But it's a fun game. I like that game too. I can't think of anything else that I play really that like normally. But I think that's pretty much... I like simulation games, I guess you'd say. Those are both by EA games. Both of those are by EA games. A really great game per place or whatever. And I have a Wii, but I never use it. I never use it. I mean, I rarely use it anymore. I play it sometimes to play tennis with Andre Agassi or Pete Sampras or Venus or Serena Williams. So they're all on there. And the cool thing about that is on the Wii, you know, it reacts to your movements. And so when you're playing it and you're holding the tennis racket, which is the Wii thing, it actually responds to the movements if you have this thing and you stick on the end of it. And so how you hit the ball and how you put the spin on the ball, whatever, really does make a difference. And but I've never, ever been able to beat Venus Williams at all. at all. I've never been able to beat that character on there. She's so fucking good. She hits like fucking crazy. You know, she's got like a power drive. It's like, you know, every time she hits things like, and it's like she's hitting a fucking, I don't know, it's like a Mack truck coming at you when that fucking ball comes. And it comes so fast, you cannot fucking get to it. But anyway, it's very realistic. It's the, I can't remember what it's called. It's the, I can't remember the name of the game, but it's not the one that comes with the Wii. It's like a real tennis thing, but it's awesome. Fun game to play. And I wish I had someone to play tennis with in real life, but of course I don't, because nobody I know plays tennis, and so I can't play. And of course I don't have enough room to put a tennis court in, so oh well. Oh yeah, that's what she sounds like. You should listen to the character on the Wii when she does the she hits it. You know, in real life when she hits the ball, she makes that sound. She's like, you know, whatever. So it's very realistic. I love it. But anyway, and then of course the John McEnroe character gets pissed off all the time. So anyway, my hobbies, you know, besides gaming or whatever, I like to paint. I paint a lot. I don't paint anymore. I used to paint a lot, but a couple years ago I painted a lot, but I stopped painting a while back. But I paint I haven't painted anything in like 2 years probably. And so I like usually do abstract art, that kind of thing. And all of the art in my house is all stuff I've done. There's nothing in my house that's art that wasn't done by me that I can think of. Because for me, first of all, you know, I'm like, why would I want to buy someone else's art when I can make something just as good? And, you know, and it's mine and I did it, and I don't know, and it's cheaper too, right? $10,000 or, you know, $20, you know, whichever one do you think is better. So I do paint a lot, and I enjoy that. I used to paint a lot, I should say. But I haven't had time in so long to do it that I haven't done it in a while. But the thing about painting is it's messy. It's so messy, and I don't like to clean up, okay, after myself at all. I like to go in and paint and then like leave everything there, and all my brushes get dried out and ruined. They cost $1 bazillion as it is. And like one really good paintbrush can cost you like $15, okay? And so then I end up ruining all my brushes, and there's paint everywhere in my studio thing, and it's just ridiculous. So anyway, but I try to keep it neat, but I rarely do. So I don't like to paint. I like needing an assistant to come in after me and clean up every time I paint. But that's why I don't really do it, I think, because it's not so much the time as much as it is I don't want to have to clean up after myself and get prepared and all that shit. It's just a big ordeal. But anywho, and I play the piano, play the violin, play the guitar. I've told you all that before. And I've been thinking lately I want to sing some more. I want to sing, you know. I want to sing. I want to sing and sing out loud and be a singer. I just want to be, I want to sing. I like singing. And I have a thing on the Wii as well where you sing to American Idol or whatever, and they have Randy Paula and Simon judging you. It's an old game. It's like 4 or 5 years old. But anyway, and I always do really well. I beat everybody on that game every time, but on the hard thing. So I think I can sing pretty well, actually. It just depends on what the song is. You know, if I'm singing something like I usually like songs I like are almost always women's songs. Occasionally, there's a guy song I like, but the women's songs typically have more emotion to them, you know, so I like to sing those more typically than the guy ones. So generally I sing like Pink and Madonna, of course, Mariah Carey, I don't know, whoever else. But I like George Michael. I can sing his stuff pretty well. The Fray has a couple songs I sing really well. Depeche Mode, I sing those songs really well. So it just depends on who it is. But I like to sing, and I should have been a singer. Not that I would have been a great singer like some famous person, but I really love it so much I should have tried it, but I never did. But whatever. Regrets. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to talk about before I go. Let's see real quick what's going on my Twitter feed today. Ken Boggle says he's listening to the show before bed, and he wants to know what's the question. I think he's talking about the crew question I mentioned earlier. Well, you'll just have to wait and find out, Mr. Boggle. I don't want to say the question until on the air because I don't want people to know the question until after the show airs. So And by the way, David, you never answered me. Is it going to be on Thursdays or what? What day are we going to have these shows on? If you did answer me, I never saw your answer. Because I like to tell people when to expect the show. Oh, by the way, I did start a website for the crew. The crew, I think it's thecrew.net. I don't remember what it was. Let me look at it real quick. Crew.net, I think. And there's nothing there yet because I haven't had time. Oh, it's thecrewshow.net. Thecrewshow.net. There's nothing there yet. It's just the stupid WordPress thing. But when I have time, which will probably be never, I will go in and I'll actually set up a website or whatever. And I'll have David and Ken Boggle and myself on there. And stuff about our shows, individual shows, and also just like links to our individual shows, as well as our Twitter feeds and everything else, as well as individual emails for each of us. And if you want to ask us questions like advice or just ask a question in general, you can send an email to us at the address on the website once I get it set up. So I'll try to do it maybe this weekend. I'll take a few minutes and just set something up real quick. Throw something up there real quick. At least we have a website, And David's working on getting us some icons or some, what's the word I'm looking for? Not icon, but caricatures of each of us. He said it might be a while, but he's working on doing that. A friend of his or a cousin of his or something draws really well. He has one for his show, the 5x5. Look really cool. Very, very good likenesses of he and Nikki. So that should be interesting. So on my Twitter page, we have, what's on here? What is this? Kathy Najimy says, love thy goddamn neighbor. Okay, I can agree with that. Kathy Griffin says, please send me your pics of yourself or others in Halloween costumes and wasted, of course. Kathy Griffin, I like Kathy Griffin. I've seen her several times in person. Oh, Ken Boggle wrote, Off Limits Show, I was 6 in 1990. Well, aren't you just a youngin'? You little thing you. You're just a little young thing, aren't you? That's frightening. I mentioned this on my show the other day. There was a girl, we went bowling last weekend, and there was a girl at the counter when I was checking out. She's like, oh, I was born in 1993 or whatever, or 1994 or whatever. We were talking about a specific year. I can't remember why, but some music or something. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, so it's just crazy to me people are that young because it's like that I actually know. It's just crazy. But I actually connect well with people. It's weird. I seem to connect best with people who are older than me, about 4 to 10 years older than me, or people who are younger than me by about the same amount. So people my own age range, I'd say a couple years younger or older or so, I generally, for some reason, don't have a lot of friends right around my age. Generally, they're considerably older or considerably younger. So something about my generation, I guess, I didn't really connect with. I think I may have a couple. I do have a few. But generally speaking, most of them are, like I said, considerably older or considerably younger than myself. So I'm not really sure why that is. I just seem to really kind of, connect best to that. I'm going to have some more of my Snickers here. When I'm done with these, I'm done for the night. So anyway, hold on. Sorry. I'm sure it sounds really pretty on the air. Hold on. Okay. I have to brush my teeth after this. Oh my God. Oh my God, hold on. I'm sorry. This is the Snickers bar, the small one. Okay. So, let's see what's on my Facebook before we go. If there's anything interesting on here. Let's see, we have on Facebook. David Banks says, I am stoked over the crew. Me too. Oh, no. Kim Boggle says, I'm stoked over the crew. And David says, me too. I say like. Okay. That was 32 minutes ago. Let's see here. Is there anything on here that's of any interest to anybody listening? Oh, my God. You can see these pictures. Jesus Christ.